Hello, welcome to day 17. It's quite a short, snappy one. Famous last words. You know I love a chat. Okay, my question for you today is what's for sale? What's for sale now? What's for sale next week? What's for sale next month? And already you might be like, whoa, Nikki. Don't make me make plans 5 years from now. And I'm not going to, I promise. But I would love you to have a sense of what's going on in your business. So it starts to become strategic. Why have I got that boring voice all of a sudden? It starts to become strategic. It starts to become predictable. It starts to become familiar. I think that's a really exciting moment. So when people reach out and book me for speaking, for example, they're asking me to do similar kinds of things. Like it's the same sort of topics again and again. Nobody's really asked me to do a speaking gig on origami, for example. Like I can make a decent paper aeroplane, but I'm not an expert. I don't need to lead people through a process. I am not the one for that booking. So I want you to ask yourself, what is for sale? Do you have a strategy in place or are you making it up? And absolutely no shade here, because for many years I was making it up. Not making it up, but going, oh, I've had an idea. I'll start to launch that. Oh, I've had another idea. Maybe I could do that, and that. I tell you what, doing all of the things, creating all the things, it takes time, and it takes time away from the marketing and actually delivering what you want to do. So think about maybe, what are we today? May. We're in everyday May, pals. My goodness me. So May, June, July. I want you to think, and maybe you work to the term time if you've got kids, or maybe you do anyway, even though you're a grown-up person, where you're like, oh yeah, the 6 weeks holiday, great. For the sake of it, I guess, have a think about what you want to sell between now and then. And ask yourself what is for sale. Are you promoting one big thing and a few other little bits and bobs? What's the strategy behind that? Are they easy to find? Are you in launch mode, for example, where you're really focusing on selling a number of spots and then you're closing your cart, that familiar marketing phrase? To say it doesn't matter what you do sounds flippant and it doesn't sound like it's full of care. But what I mean by it is that it doesn't matter if you have a membership that's open all year round, or you work seasonally, or you always have everything for sale in your shop at all times. But you have to know and you have to be driving that. So if anybody asks you at any time, because they will, so often, I guess, people come and they go, I really want to work with you, or I really like you, or what do you have on offer and how can we make this happen? So in terms of my services, just to give you that example, I have now narrowed it down since I relaunched my website. I have a strategy session service, I have a monthly package, and then I have a sort of third bespoke option, which is when I do VIP days, or sometimes somebody just wants to book me for 3 months and do that, but they don't need anything else. And so that's sort of my bespoke option. And it was really important for me to have that because due to the nature of my work, I do quite often get requests for off-the-shelf things, essentially. No, not off the shelf, in the back. I've lost the term. You know what I mean? Like not off the shelf. Wow, Raby. Wow. I'm sorry that you're hearing this. But yeah, there's been, for example, partnerships that I've worked with where they've said, look, can we have a VIP day? My partner and I in my business really need that sort of mediator role. Or there's been other moments where I've worked with small groups, or I've gone into companies, speaking gigs, all kinds of different things. So being really clear about what only is for sale. So I'm not going to necessarily have one-on-ones, or I could do a partnership, or I could do this, or I could do that. The way that I've structured this in my website is that I've put all of those miscellaneous things, I guess, under bespoke. Because then if somebody goes strategy session, maybe not for me, or monthly session, I think it's something else that I need that's a bit more. They then go to the bespoke option and they go, bingo, okay, this looks a bit more of a mishmash, and I can kind of compile my own package. I can work my own options here. And for some people, that's a really appealing situation. And I know that as a customer as well, sometimes when I've hired help, whether it's been a videographer or a photographer or somebody to support me in my business, I've sometimes said, great, what's your hourly rate or what's your package? And sometimes there's been a bit of back and forth, because I might say, I actually don't need that thing, but I could do with a bit of this. And that sort of pick and mix option has been really great. But there is strategy behind all of that. And I want to ask you what that is for you. So, for example, if you are just going to launch and then close, that's going to affect your marketing plan, how you show up, when you show up, how much you show up, and then what you do in the downtime behind the scenes. What systems, what support do you need to have in place in order for that launch to go really well? So even though it was a very short question, I hope you've got lots in that answer. And as always, if you're listening to this and going, Nikki, I need a strategy session, I need to work with you one-on-one, and I need to do that, then just complete the form on my website. You can book in a free strategy session. Also, just as a bonus as well, let me tell you this. I was recently approached to join a group coaching program in London. And this is with a coach that I've worked with before, and it would be a VIP day with lots of other bits and bobs in there with a group of 4. And it all sounded really great. And it was so interesting, and I was going back and forth, and I did the costings, and it was a significant investment, let's just say, but it was something that was within my reach, that it would be something that I would be able to do. And I pondered over it over the weekend, and I've closed the door on it. And it's really interesting when you get that urge going, but maybe this could be great. And do you know what I came down to is I don't want to work in a group when I'm working in that coach environment. And I know it works brilliantly for some people, because actually I've held my own group workshops for 4 or 5 people, and they've been wonderful and amazing, and people love to learn from other people. But at my stage of business where I'm going next, I don't necessarily want to be a typical coach and doing all of the things, because I'm really growing my personal brand at the moment. So again, going back and linking this to this question, really thinking about what is for sale. So in terms of that coaching offering, even though on paper, doing something in London, a group, a VIP situation, lovely, looks good and would be appealing, actually, for me at this stage, one-on-one work is much more effective for me. And the reason why is because you don't necessarily know the dynamics of the group. I wouldn't necessarily know who these people are. And, I'm sure they're all really lovely, but you don't know for that significant investment. And I know that actually it's much more effective in terms of my time to do that one-on-one work. So that was a bit of a roundabout weird story as well. But linking back to what is for sale, it's really important also to realise what is for sale and who is it perfect for. Because actually, if this coach comes back and says, the group session was available and now it's gone and and it wasn't quite right, here's something that we're offering one-on-one. And then that's something that I would definitely look at, like, that sounds exciting, because I'm a huge fan of this coach's work. I really love what she does. I love what she's all about. And I've actually worked with her before. So there's great synergy there. But you knowing as the business owner what is for sale and for who is really impactful, and it will help you with everything. It will bring that ease and flow and keep things simple. So a chunky one today. If you've loved it, please share it and rate and review and subscribe. 5 stars, all that kind of good stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for now, I will say all the details are in the description bar below. If also as well, you're thinking in terms of that bespoke, and there is you and a couple of other people that would like to do something face-to-face and need that support, do get in touch with me, because there might be something that I could put together as well. All right, I will leave it there. I'm sending lots of love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.